Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the BSC Spring Season 11, Round 8 from Darlington. I'm JP. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Mr. Jim Cunningham here. Kenton, no more. He's off somewhere doing something for Kenton. I'm not quite sure what he's doing, but he's doing something, and he ain't here this evening. I'm back up in the booth. I've been kicked out of the race, and they didn't love my outing in Martinsville. I had a great time, but according to them, well, they said I counted for more wrecks than I did. I only counted 5, but out of them, I don't know how many cautions it was. And I had less incident points than Armin Bruce, so I'd like to point that out as well. So, you know, hey, I'm back up in the booth now as well. Lydia's in already. Go TJ Brad. She forgot me this week. She basically just demoted me. Didn't want to be seen cheering for me. But there we go. But we are back, and it's going to be the stripe of 125. Here this evening, we have got an interesting evening of racing lined up for you as well. They've got stage break at lap 16, 4 tyre sets, 45% fuel, which I have been told they should just go 30 to 35 laps. So we'll see how they get on. They have just entered into qualifying. Let's bring Jim into the booth. Jim, welcome in, bud. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good to be back. I'm not sure if I'm safe up here after watching you drive last week, but you know, it's good to have you. It's good to have you off the track. It's not, you know. And by the way, just for the record, it was 20 cautions last week. 20 cautions.
I weren't responsible.
You were involved in about 50. No, you weren't responsible, but you were involved in about 15 of them.
Oh, give over. What rubbish. Happy little Cupcake back in as well. Hi, you'll be pleased to know I'm back up in the booth this week. Cupcake after last week as well. So there you go, back up in the booth. You know, been demoted back to my wonderful pedestal of conversation and chatting rubbish for a couple of hours as we're into Darlington. What do we know about Darlington, Jim?
One of the classic NASCAR tracks, one of my favorites. I love this track. It's got a lot of character. Track surface is old and worn out. It's slick. It wears out tires. It's a great racetrack.
Yeah, it is. And turns 1 and 2, 25 degrees. Banking turns 3 and 4, 23 degrees. And front stretch and back stretch is 6 degrees. Now, if anybody's watched Cup Race, you will know Danny Hamlin coming away with a win as well. To nothing but booze at the end there as well. But he loves it. That is what his MO is. And he did absolutely amazing. For me, I thought it was an amazing race. It took me 3 times to try and watch it because I kept falling asleep. But apart from that, it was all good. What do we expect to see here? Where are they going to go? What are we going to see? What's going to happen? What do we think is going to take shape?
Well, you know, this is going to be a tough race. I was here a little early. I jumped into practice to talk to the guys and stuff. And as you can see, they're slamming off the wall out there during qualifying. They were having a tough time getting around here. So I imagine when you put, 18 or 16 or 18 of them out there, it's going to be tough for sure.
Yeah, I think so. We've got 16 cars on the racetrack. It's going to be very interesting. Qualifying has finished, so we will be able to get underway and get going very, very shortly. Once again, once we bring you up the grid there. Billy Cooper's in. Let's go TJ Brad. Angie Kimmel's in. Go Trenton. Go Alex, she says. So there we go. Thanks so much for joining us and welcome in to you guys, all of you. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on the bells, and do all that other fancy jazz that you can do for free here as well. So wait for the timer to tick down. 45 seconds to go once more. Just how difficult is this circuit, Jim?
It's tough. I mean, it's tough. Well, when you get a chance, if we pull the track temperature up and see when this place gets hot, it's really, really nasty. But yeah, it's just tough in general. It's well, there we go. 111. Yeah, that's going to be slick. Yeah, so, you know, they're going to be sliding around a lot. The groove here is the one that runs right up next to the wall. That's always been the fast groove here since the surface got worn out. So it's just, they run them high, wide, and handsome here. They stay right up there next to the wall.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to try and do. There was a couple of people trying it. Ryan Blaney was trying it over the weekend as well, and he did a good job doing it. So we'll see how they get on. Who's going to be brave enough to put it right against the wall? Well, only time will tell. So we'll hold on to our hats for that one. Let's bring you up the grid. Alex Witt will lead us off. He's sitting on pole. Then Anthony Savignano in second. Brandon McLaughlin third. Andrew Jamelin is in fourth with Noel Jackowitz and Cody Kern. Then Josh Keefe, Trenton Kimmel, Josh Kuhn and TJ Spainhour. Rob Sizemore and Calvin Ross in 12th. Then we've got Jeffrey Reed, Bradley Young, Seth Peck, Todd Kuhn, Anthony Radel, David Trogdon, Terry Spainhour, and of course Jim, who is not in it as well. So he's registered for the session, unfortunately for him. But there we go. But we're going to see how these guys get on and what's going to happen here as well. Fuel, 30 to 32%, you said.
30 to 35 laps. I think it's 40 or 45% fuel is what they set the cars at. So we're definitely going to have one pit stop before the stage break. You know, potentially some strategy could be people make a second pit stop and then stay out for the stage break so that they can get track position. We'll have to see how it plays out. You know, a lot's going to depend on caution flags, I'm sure.
Yeah, I do wonder how many we're going to get here this evening as well. Let us know on YouTube your prediction on how many cautions you think we're going to get on that one. James Brad said take a look at his car. I did take a look at his car already, and there is a hamster on his car.
It's not a hamster.
It is a hamster.
It's a bee.
It's not a bee. It's not a bee. Look down in the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, that is a hamster there. Look at
There is
there.
a hamster, yeah. Brad has got the nickname of the hamster in the series due to there being a moment with his hamster last season, I believe it was as well. So he has got hamsters on his car, which is absolutely amazing.
Okay, that's strange because I met a guy in a TSR race that I was covering that had a hamster run up his leg during the race, and he wrecked out of the lead for winning, and now they call him Hamster too. Now apparently that's a thing.
Apparently a hamster is a thing by all accounts. Brad's escaped, I believe, and ran across his rig, and that's why we nicknamed him the hamster there. We've got no Armand Brusso this evening. Armand has got a bit of a migraine and is not feeling very well. So he is at home watching the broadcast. He has predicted 22 cautions. I really hope not.
Oh, my word. Gosh, no.
One, and I'd have to stop for food and water as well if that actually happens.
Yeah, y'all don't want me to start grazing over here.
Yeah,
you
no,
can't do
Jesus, we'd have to go and I'd have to take a break and stop for food and water if that was the case.
Like a cow chewing on old cud or something.
Yeah, I definitely don't want that tonight. I'm sorry. I don't want 22 cautions. And at least I suppose,
Darlington's tough.
Yeah, at least they can't blame me for them all, I suppose. That would always be good.
No,
can't blame me.
You were only involved in 15. It was not 20. You were not involved in all of them.
15. Give over. Not a chance.
Do you want me to go back and count them? Because I will go back and count them.
Yeah,
and I'll pop up next week.
Yeah, you go back and count them. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and people of all ages, hold on to your hats. You can see they're all above the white line. They may take a dip in turn one just to be able to get some position. But it's green, green, green. Alex Witt leads the way here alongside Anthony Savignano going into turn number one. And we're going to find out whether or not they're going to stay too wide. Savignano trying to go high, wide and handsome. Round the outside, he's running that wall. He has got speed over Alex Witt. He does manage to take the lead. Witt started coming back at him on the inside. Are they going to dip down going into turn three? Are they going to take a little bit of the corner off? Yes, Alex Witt does, and runs round and takes the lead there as well. But it's all everybody through cleanly. No real dramas over lap number one. Witt, Savignano breaking away at the front.
Yeah, what's surprising me here is you know, you can't run too wide around here too long, so I knew that wasn't going to last. Now they're getting single file now and running in that high line, but Witt just kind of pulled a little slide job on Savignano there, and Savignano tried to come back under him, but you know the grip wasn't there for that. But you got to be careful, man. They're only going to let you get away with some of them slide jobs before you end up catching a bumper doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. I do fully agree. We'll jump on board here with
no doubt. You put the bumper to a lot of guys last week.
I did. I definitely did. Going into now on board with Anthony Jamelin as well, going out of turn two, down that back stretch, which is nice and wide here. Going in, TJ's just entered into pit lane, so I'm not quite sure why TJ entered into pit lane already, but we're going to find out, I'm sure, at some point. but you can see these guys are battling away nicely at the front, and it's going to be an exciting one, this one, Jim. I'm expecting first caution by about lap 15.
We'll see. I mean, these guys got off to a good, clean start. Usually early when them tires are cold, you'll get one. We didn't, so that's good. I think TJ might have been the car that bounced off the wall back there. There was somebody that bounced off the wall, and I wasn't sure if that was him or not. But so maybe he popped down to pit road right after he did that. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, Savignano right in behind. Tucked up behind Alex Witt. Tom Kuhn, unfortunately, has slid. He is on his own, so there won't be a caution. Yeah, single car run. Unfortunately, we'll go a lap down very early on here. But as I said, if we are expecting cautions, this will happen. But at the moment, Savignano and Witt breaking away at the front here, Jim, and doing a great job in the meantime as well. Savignano trying to muscle Witt out. Witt's not giving him any quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just trying to see if he can get any grip down a line like that and see if the grip's going to come in there a little bit and maybe run that groove in, put some rubber there so that lane opens up a little later in the race. Because you know, if you stay up running this top groove with these new well, they're not really new anymore, but the extra marbles and things like that we get, you could turn this place into a one groove racetrack really, really fast. So maybe he's just trying to help open up a second groove there, see if he's got grip. There he goes, making a move down. Uh-oh. There was no grip there.
No, there was definitely no grip, no groove.
He did a good job saving that, and so did Witt. That was both a good job by both of those guys right there.
Yeah, Savignano's got to get back up to speed. He has lost places to Noel Jakowitz, Brandon McLaughlin, and Andrew Jamelin. And Savignano's just going to go and try and roar back through on that one. Goes, sets it in right in behind Jakowitz at the moment as well on lap 8 of 125. When we do the first stage break, guys, we will give away 5 memberships to the JBB YouTube channel, so make sure you are in chat. It will do it randomly. I have no control over it whatsoever, I'm afraid, but it will.
He's struggling.
Yeah, he is.
He's struggling.
Looks like he's burnt up already.
I wonder if he's got a little wheel damage, because he did hit right on his front right tire. Doesn't seem to be.
No, it does look all right.
He might have just got them tires a little angry at him when he started sliding around like that. Oh, we got a caution for something.
Further back down here.
Oh,
there we go.
They're spinning in tandem.
Yeah, David Trogdon and Jeffrey Reed, unfortunately. Caution number 1 on lap 8.
Like that Harry Gant Gold Bandit throwback paint job. That's nice.
It was the obviously the throwback weekend in the real life, of course. So
was it? I didn't even watch the race this week yet.
Yeah, throwback weekend. There was a lot of throwback liveries. There was Gordon, an old throwback of Jeff Gordon that was on William Byron's car, I believe, as well.
Yep.
Dale Junior's yellow and blue was on one of the cars. Yeah, there was a couple of other throwbacks. Pretty much most of the grid had throwback deliveries on, to be fair. So it looked quite cool. Yeah, it did. It was good. I guess lap 10 for the first caution. Oh, now you tell me. McLaughlin's in, Kimmel's in, Ross is in, Keith's in, Peg's in, Reed's in, Kuhn's still going, and TJ is still going as well. Looks like he's been in and out a couple of times already. Alex Witt stays out behind the pace car. Lap 1, first caution on lap 11. Let's hope this don't continue, Jim.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's it is what it is. I mean, that was just you know, one of those little deals where he got a little loose on him and he ended up taking another guy with him. If he'd have spun by himself, we wouldn't even have seen a caution there. He just happened to have a car on the outside of him when he did it. But that's the problem, running side by side like that. You get loose, there's no way to save it, and all you're going to do is take the guy out above you.
Yeah,
you got to really trust the guy below you, you know, because at any point in time they can sure mess you up.
Yeah, I do fully agree. Well, Let's hope this don't carry on. Otherwise, I'll be stopping for food and water. I'll have to replenish.
All right. I had me some good Texas barbecue earlier, so I'm good to go.
Oh, that's all right then, wasn't it? I cheated. I got a takeout. So there you go. Downforce Gaming is an oval. Well done. Thank you so much for that. Why do they make the same mistake over and over again? It's an oval. If you think this is just coming in, turning left,
I know, right?
You are in serious doubt of what is involved in doing this.
The easy explanation is they are running these cars absolutely right on a razor's edge. Mm-hmm. They're running them absolutely as fast as they will go without spinning out. And sometimes you cross over that edge. And when you do, it bites you, especially at a place like this. I mean, it would be easy for them to run 70% around out there and not wreck, but that's not what racing is. They are running absolutely as fast as they can, right on a razor's edge. And, she says I was responding to your previous comment.
I've driven ovals in sim, yeah. Why place yourself up top? Up the top is easier on tyre wear, especially at Darlington. And faster. Yeah, here. And faster as well. So they've got to be hugging the wall. If you haven't watched the weekend's cup race, go and watch it and watch how many people run the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, it's green once more. Alex Wick gets a jump. Jakowitz, Jamelin and Savignano are your top four. And you can see these guys, they will be running two lines, but they will settle in very quickly into one line racing here at Darlington as well. So Noel Jakowitz, you can see the top line working better there. Savignano just breezes past Jakowitz like he doesn't even exist. And then he has gone past, trying to go past Jamelin as well. Jamelin's on the top run here at Darlington. Is going to go high, wide and handsome. Jamelin's not going to give him the room. Not going to get it done there, and unfortunately for Savignano, he's got to go again.
Oh, there he goes. Boy, I tell you what, man alive, his car does not like that lower line at all.
No.
I think if you're somebody like Savignano and you're trying to make I think he's
going to slide him.
See, that's two of them. Oh, no, that wasn't him. It was Witt that did it earlier.
Savignano. Lid job, Jamelin.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good move. For somebody whose car's struggling like his on that bottom line, the lower line, I shouldn't say the bottom line, but one thing they can do is they can run it in there and run more of a diamond pattern, which is, come in mid-track, let it slide all the way up, and then turn it back down. And sometimes that'll work, and you can pass somebody like that on a track like this.
Yeah.
It's a fun line to run if you can get it working. The problem is when you slide up like that, somebody's liable to take a dive underneath you, and kind of mess you up a little bit. But
yeah, Rob Sizemore there on your screen in that 56 machine at the moment as well. That's all over with. You need to trust the people around you. You do. I do fully agree. And Brandon McLaughlin has dropped all the way down the order with Seth Pegg, Terry W, TJ's in there as well in that 86 Busy Bees Cafe livery. Apparently I've been calling it Buzzbee for most of the season and the season last and the season last before that. So there we go. It's Busy Bees apparently. So
I wonder where he's from.
They're not far from Martinsville.
Oh, okay. Because they got Busy Bees cafes all around here in Texas.
Well, Billy Cooper, his mum, runs one, I think.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, so there we go. There is Terry W.
Look, he just got, who's right behind Spanhour? Who is that? Oh, Seth Pegg. He just got glued to the wall. He hit that wall and it just kind of stuck up there.
It's not a it's a cafe. Yes, I know it's a cafe. That's what we said. So there you go. The hotter the track, the more slippery. It's about 111 degrees at the moment. Josh Keefe currently in 9th. Indeed. Well, he's just gone down to the 10th there. Rador's just gone streaming straight past him. Noel Jakowitz in 5th, started 5th. Whoa!
Oh, got the McDonald's car out of control back there. Oh, he's trying to hang on to
Ross, it. You're solo.
Hold your brakes. All
Keep
right,
going,
he's going,
buddy.
He's
Keep going. Yeah, it will be. Just carry on. in that
good job,
Bubba Wallace
that is kind
livery.
That is an old Bubba Wallace livery. That's right.
Oh, no.
Kind of looks like it.
Oh, it is. It's exactly like it. It's not a cafe. It's crafts. Oh, sorry. It's not a cafe.
Busy Bee Crafts. Gotcha.
Yeah. So there we go.
Well,
on that one.
There's Busy Bee cafes all over Texas.
Yeah, it's definitely not a cafe. By all accounts. Let's not make that mistake again. I don't want to get in trouble. Once more.
That's
as
right.
These guys go
Crafts.
Past us. I do love that sound.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing better than a crank it up static camera type sound. I love it.
Yeah.
When it goes zipping by and the camera shakes.
Let's see here at the moment as well on board with Noel Jakowitz. He's got Cody Kern running him at the moment. Kern in that 23 machine goes underneath him. Is he going to push him high, wide and handsome on the exit? We're going to find out very, very shortly coming out of turn 3. And no, Jakowitz throws a block down on the outside. He stops Kern making the run. And around he goes for Cody Kern. He's got to keep going here. I think this is one of these circuits where patience is going to be the key.
Oh, yeah.
You know, being aggressive as well. Oh,
golly, that Cheetos car.
Yeah. Radel just found the wall. I think Keith behind him found the wall as well. There's a lot of stripes taking place at the moment. Calvin Ross is back in pit lane. So
an interesting fact about the cars at Darlington, the real cars, they used to put a 2x4 on the side rail of the door so that when they slammed the wall like that, they had a little extra absorption there where it didn't just crush the body panel so bad. They would put a 2x4 between the wall and the body panel, between the roll cage and the body panel, so that they could bounce it off the wall like that.
Yeah, there was. They had the stripe count over the weekend as well at the.
Oh, nice! Yeah, that's cool.
It was quite a cool little feature. Who was responsible for counting the stripes? I do not know. That was an interesting
for that.
Yeah, they were literally probably just stood there clicking the clicker and was like, "Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5." You know what I mean? And I think it was
somebody's assistant was out there counting stripes.
Yeah, 6 or 7 I think it was. But is the lead battle of Savignano and Witt back together once more? You can see there. High, in low, up high, and then run that high line all the way around the exit. And Witt there with Savignano in behind.
Seems like Savignano's tires came back to him a little bit after that caution. You know, he had a chance to cool them off, and he's running like he had no trouble earlier. So
yeah, they've started lapping drivers there.
Yeah, it's a Gravedigger. That's a nice looking paint scheme. I don't know if y'all know what Gravedigger is over there in Europe, but
I've seen Gravedigger live.
Oh, no kidding.
When they come over and did their European tour. I watched the Monster Trucks at Cardiff. And
speaking of Gravedigger, he just popped the wall again.
Yeah, we saw Gravedigger and Zombie, and
I'm sure Bigfoot was probably there.
The one with the spikes on the kit as well. I can't remember blinking his name. Oh my God, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
My son got a poster of it as well, but they absolutely loved it. It was on. We had a pit entry early.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went and saw them. But these guys continue to fight it out. 27 and 12, 125 in the opening stage here.
So what's interesting is we're coming up on, half this field has not pitted yet, roughly, and they're coming up on their pit window here in the next, 2 to 6 laps or so.
Yeah. Armand, I don't really know what the cost was, mate, but they did it. They brought them all over. They popped the wheels off, and then they stuck them on lower wheels, and they stuck them in 40-footers, big rig trucks, to get them in. So they popped the big old monster truck wheels off, and they stuck them almost on like 18-inch wheels.
Just like, regular like car tire, regular truck tires.
And dropped them right down to the floor, and then slid them straight in the back of a container. So I don't really know, mate, but whatever it was, they did amazing. They were back flipping and all sorts. So that was an awesome experience for me and the two kids. We had a great time there as well. The boys got T-shirts and posters and God knows what else, but it was good fun. Savignano,
Oh, he got into the wall again.
Yeah, Alex Witt, that's it. He dropped down there.
Witt's pitting. He's pitting, yeah.
Savignano's going to carry on lap 29. I think the pit strategy cycle is going to be quite important here.
Yeah,
because there's going to be a couple of people who have unfortunately put themselves. They're in pit lane already. Alex Witt is one of them. Keith has now gone up into 9th and has pitted already on lap 10 in the first caution. So it leaves Savignano to run away currently at the moment. But for how much longer is he going to run away? We said 30 to 35. We're on lap 30 now, Jim. Is it going to be 5 laps and we're only going to see the fuel?
I mean, possibly. I think that would be right at the end because we haven't had but that one caution. So, but the thing is, tires drop off here. So every lap he runs on older tires, the guy behind him with the fresher tires coming is going to make up a decent amount of time. So if it stays green and cycles out, the guy who pits early is going to make up quite a bit of time here. Because I think new tires are probably worth a second a lap or more, probably.
Yeah.
Which we'll see here.
32 of 60. And Savignano at the moment is coming around on the exit of turn 2. He's coming up to another back marker again. That would be Tom Kuhn again, I believe, in front of him. And Tom, unfortunately, is likely to go a lap down. I think Savignano is going to dive into pit lane. He is as well. So where is Alex Witt? Witt is obviously a lap down at the moment, sitting down in 11th place. He's got to go round and again if he can. So we're going to find out whether or not Witt's going to be able to get his lap back on the circuit. That will leave 28 to go till the end of stage, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on to your hats. There's a subway car in front of us at the moment. And that
I saw that paint job.
Kimmel, yeah.
Yeah, he posted that in Discord this week on their Discord. It's a new paint scheme for him. I think he designed.
Yeah, Trenton Kimmel there.
The Witt is gonna see. He's gonna turn. What's this lap gonna be?
Well, Savignano is still stationary. Witt bounces off the wall once more.
That'll hurt you.
Yeah, that will hurt. Yeah. He's got his lap back. Savignano's got to get out of pit lane. He has got out of pit lane. Alex Witt's coming through. It's going to be very, very close. I think Witt might have got him. He has got him.
Yep.
Alex Witt did jump Savignano. Just, mind you, just. And that leaves Anthony Radel, who's going into pit lane now. That will give Trenton Kimmel the overall lead. He's going in pit lane. What's Sev Pegg going to do? If Sev carries on, he's going to be the overall leader at the moment. But for how much longer? Because he is on those older tyres, pitted on lap 10 for Sev.
Well, it certainly gives him a chance to ride it out for a caution. Sometimes cautions come after pit stops, fresh tires, cold tires, and you jump back out there and you try to drive the same line you were running with good hot tires, and sometimes that doesn't work.
Yep.
And we got several guys pitting right now. We got 4 in the pits right now.
Steps in the wall. Kimmel, Sizemore, Radel, Terry W. in pit lane. You can see it all hopping around at the moment. As they're see it on the timing tower. We've got people 1 lap down. We'll have to give it a minute to settle back down off the pit stop cycle. Seth Big into the wall.
Yeah, he's stuck in there again. That's the second time he's done that. Well, I'll tell you, you know this because you've driven some NASCAR. There's no feeling like when that car hits the wall and you just can't get it off. It just sticks to it.
Seth's going in far too hot here. He's literally got no tires left.
No, he's in trouble right now. He'd probably be a good time for him to go ahead and pit.
Yeah. He's going to go high and wide again. Manages to keep it off the wall this time round. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Oh, no. He's sliding up bad now.
Yeah. There you go. And he dives down into a pit lane. It's going to put Brandon McLaughlin on the same lap tyres as Seth. Everybody would have pitted at the moment. So for Brandon McLaughlin, he's another one that's just hit the wall.
the Subway car. I'm not sure which guy that was. I don't remember their names yet. I'm so new here.
Kimmel.
But Kimmel, he hit the wall right there just previous to us coming back to this picture. He bumped the wall. I saw him in the background.
Yeah,
they're really there's a lot of, well, of course, if we said every time somebody bumped the wall tonight, there's going to be a lot of them.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cars there with stripes on, and you can see Whitmer is sitting in second, should be the overall leader by the end of these pit stops. Brown and McLaughlin should dive into pit lane as well. He's another one that can't go much longer. Surely his tyres have got to be squealing at him at the moment.
Yeah, but he's got that opportunity to ride it out for a caution, that possibly, and he would put several guys a lap down if he did that.
Yep. And if he's not going to get much further, I think that's the fear here.
Probably, yeah. At the most 5 laps or so, maybe.
Yeah, if he rides
at
it
this
out,
point.
that's about as much as he's going to get at the moment. We have got Trent and Kimmel there, in behind Joshua Keefe. Kimmel in the 52. As these guys continue to battle away. So find out what happens over the next few laps. Again, people are a little bit out of sorts with the pit stops. Pegg, Sizemore, Reed, Kuhn, Spainhour, TJ's down 6 laps there. He's relying on getting as many people back on that lead lap so he can get that lucky dog.
Right, yeah, he's going to hit a few of them. And, I'm not going to say that. I'll just leave that alone for now. But, yeah, McLaughlin's got to be getting close now. I mean, he's at 31 laps right now on those tires and fuel.
Yeah, lap 10 he went in last time. Whitta's cleared him.
He must be pitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cycled back around to Alex Witt in the lead again.
Keith's just hit the wall.
There you go.
There's another one. You can see
Hit it again.
Yeah, you can see from Trenton Kimmel what he's trying to do with the corner. He runs mid-corner there, around turns, where are we, 3 and 4.
Yep.
And then you'll see him diamond off 1 and 2. He'll try and go low. And then he'll bring that car back up high and bring it off again. So he dips in low, runs it up high, and then he's going to try and pull it back down again. Yeah, keeps us struggling.
He hit the wall again. Yeah, he hit the wall again. He can't, he's hitting the wall, so he can't get it to turn off. And if you look at the track map here, it clearly shows 1 and 2 is a much bigger, wider radius turn than 3 and 4 is. So, I mean, they're completely different turns, and you got to set the car up to, handle between the two of them. So, and that's has a lot to do with the line you drive. Obviously he's trying to diamond off 1 and 2 because that suits his, his car and his style, but he's struggling right now to keep it off the wall.
Yeah, he definitely has. They've got the leaders coming up here. Terry W's in the wall. Stay high, stay high, stay high. Savignano brings it in low, runs that final inside line. He's going to try and pop it up the inside of Alex Witt. Is he going to be able to get the run coming out? No, there was contact. What's going to happen going into here? He drops it down low. He's going to try and slide up in front of him.
Oh, he slid
up into him.
Golly.
He tried to slide in front of him, couldn't make it work.
Yeah. 8 tires are always better than 4 when you're trying to turn, so.
Yeah.
He just used Alex Witt's tires to help him turn there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's a tough pass, man. That is so tough here. Oh, look at this.
Terry W. goes up there. Oh, downforce. You're getting into it, son, and you. What was that? D-Class 1000. I will tell you now, the person who did that is over 2.5K in ovals. The guy in front is over 4K in ovals. So they know what they're doing, mate. They know what they're doing. And we know what he's trying to do.
I tell you what, old Downforce Gaming needs to get him a car and get out here on track and show us how it's done next week.
Yeah, if he's gonna say that,
absolutely. You're gonna talk about horrible driving. Get you a car and come show us how it's done.
Yeah, get yourself in for Bristol, mate. Get yourself in for Bristol.
Bristol's a great place to come introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah. It's a bit like my Martinsville.
It's a lot like your Martinsville. That's right.
I introduced myself to a lot of cars.
I went like you did. You said hello to a lot of them. Most of them from behind.
Yeah. Hey, I did. I'm a Bruce. Drop the Discord in. We'll get Downforce in next week. He can come and do some Bristol. Show us how it's done here as well.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Drop that Discord in there.
Oh, Savignano's just boinked the wall.
The thing is, if it goes bad, now you got to own up to it, all right? Yeah. That's all I ask.
Mate, I took ownership for it. I was put into the wall.
You sure did.
Busted up, big style.
So, yep.
They bullied me in the end.
James hit like 15 cars during that race.
I did not. I can't have hit that many. I had less incidents than Armand.
The thing was, the only videos that made it up on the JP Broadcasting channels were people hitting him.
Absolutely.
I wonder why that is. I don't know why that is.
I've got control of it, but dude, of course I'm gonna. I'm like the mainstream media. I put out what I want, not what you need to know. Yeah,
that's right.
No truth coming out of this.
I'm gonna tell you what you need to know.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely ain't gonna hear what you want to know. You're gonna hear what I want you to know. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So,
yeah, I saw one of those popped up in the hour. I said, "Oh, that's my voice. Let me see what this is." And yeah, sure enough, it was somebody bumping you.
Yep.
I was shocked. There were no clips could I find of people that you hit. None.
That's because I clipped them and I just didn't post it. That's what it was. I hid the evidence.
I bet you did.
Yeah, damn right I did.
Well, if you cut all those clips out of that race, that broadcast would be about 35 minutes.
Yep. As I said, I'm not responsible for all of them. I'd like to point out.
I'll tell you what, this green flag run here is starting to put a lot of guys a lap down, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got 8 guys left on the lead lap right now.
Yeah.
Now, some of it's from struggling, but I don't think too many people thought we were going to get a green flag run like this.
No, definitely not. We're only 9 away from stage, and it looks like at the moment Savignano is going to finish. Wowzer.
Yes.
What's he going to be able to do here for Andy Savignano? Is he going to be able to get the stage win? It does look like Alex Witt has got the better of him here at the downshift.
So that's Seth Pegg right there, right?
Yeah. Josh Keith.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Josh Keith just went a lap down then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seth's not. Oh! Oh, God! Oh, he's hit him!
It ain't over. There it is.
And it's solo. Well, it's not solo, but clearly they thought it was. He's sliding Savignano. Kuhn doesn't move from that outside line. Savignano comes in straight into him. Ouch. Can't give that on Kuhn. Kuhn did not move.
Well, okay.
He didn't move off the white line. Watch the 19.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Savignano just comes straight back up, straight point into him. Kuhn manages to hold it, and Savignano didn't hold it, unfortunately.
Well, I'm just going to say it's probably a good thing that we don't broadcast the in-race chat.
Yeah, we don't, thank God.
Yeah, no.
Because that would be some clarity and some words going on there as well.
Yeah.
Come on, Downforce. I'm waiting for that welcome new driver thing to pop up in the Discord there, buddy. And that's the Discord above your head. And then I'll expect to see you on track for Bristol.
Yeah, next week.
Yep. See Rob Sizemore here. Having a bit of... That is Seth Pegg in front of us. Seth again introducing himself to the wall.
Yeah, well, hope he put that 2x4 in there because he needs it.
Yeah, he definitely does. Savignano's trying to go back through here.
He's up there again, man. I tell you, though, look, I'm not picking on anybody because when you get a car that gets tight like that and wants to push up into the wall, especially at Darlington, you can't stop it. I mean, it's almost impossible. It doesn't matter what you do. You change your line, it doesn't matter. That car just sucks to the wall once it decides it's going to start going up there over and over again.
Yep, I do agree.
I've been 5 seconds off the pace trying to keep my car off the wall at Darlington before. So I get it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Darlington isn't an easy racetrack. We've got 3 to go here. And at the moment, Alex Witt is looking like he's going to take stage.
Yeah, pretty clearly going to take stage, it looks like.
Yeah.
So the way it's running right now, it looks like Joshua Keith, Witt slid up into the wall right there. Everybody's needing tires at this point, though. It looks like Joshua Keith's going to get the lucky dog here. Well, I just jumped. I don't know what just.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it just bounced right back to Keith there as
So,
well.
yeah, Keith. Okay, yeah.
Cody Kern's going to lose that battle, I think, to Savignano. Kern's on the inside in the 23. Savignano's high, wide, and handsome around the outside. You can see Savignano running the wall.
Look at flying.
Yeah.
Now that's a high, wide, and handsome line right there, man. He was literally brushing the door against the wall just lightly. That's a high, wide, and handsome line right there.
Yeah, Alex Witt, 594, coming out of turn number 2.
Lucky dog is when there is a caution in the race, the first car that is a lap down gets moved around and gets put back onto the lead lap. Yep. That is what a lucky dog is.
There you go.
That was for downforce.
Well, I'm hoping he should know that already, but there we go.
Well,
over the line.
You don't have to know that to be a good driver.
Stage win for Alex Witt.
There it is.
So,
yep, and it looks like Anthony, how you say it, Radel?
Anthony Radel, yeah.
Radel. It looks like he ended up getting passed, and so he might end up being the lucky dog here. And the big loser there is going to be Josh Keith, who was sitting there waiting on that, and unfortunately, it looks like he won't be the lucky dog now. We'll have to see. But it does not look like it. And that leaves us with 6 cars on the lead lap before the lucky dog here. So we're going to have 7 cars on the lead lap when this is all said and done here.
Yeah, when it's all finished.
Wow.
We are at the end of stage. So there you go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give away 5 memberships to some lucky random people, and it will be completely random. I have no control over who YouTube picks on that one. You will be able to use some of the emotes on there as well. There's some other stuff coming into the memberships. There will be exclusive videos that will be taking shape as well. So hold on to your hats while I press the
Downforce is going to get one.
Yeah, maybe.
Watch. He is.
Maybe.
He's active. Oh. There's 1.
There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. So there we go. That's the 5 wonderful people who have just got a free membership there as well. Alex Witt in pit lane. I will drag him in after he is settled. Let's put him. Why is he live? Why can I not? I'm going to remove your live there, Mr. Witt. I'm sorry.
Oh, he was streaming.
There you go. All right, let's bring him in, ladies and gentlemen. Your stage 1 winner, Mr. Alex Witt. Alex, welcome in, buddy. Well done.
Thank you.
We know it's tough out there, mate, but from your perspective, just how tough is it?
Extremely tough. This car is definitely on the edge, and it's really tight on the front end getting in as well, which just makes it really not confidence inspiring.
Yeah, you and Savignano having a little bit of a ding-dong and a little bit of contact.
Yeah, he's keeping me honest. He's really fast, and we're having some hard racing there, so definitely not going to be an easy one to win. He's got a lot of pace.
Do you think it's going to be between the 2 of you?
I would expect if things keep going the way they are. I don't know, but AJ's really fast as well. I think if he can manage traffic well, I think he could be up here as well.
All right, mate. Well, we'll look forward to seeing who we see in pit lane, in victory lane a little bit later on. Bowd, have a good one, mate. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
There you go. We'll pop Alex Witt back in, as he is there as well.
You don't want to pull Savignano in and find out his opinion on Gravedigger?
No. There's some things that are just best left alone, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a good time.
That is one
for us to leave you alone with our sponsors this evening, Admin Box. Okay, we are back. Don't forget to go and check out adminbox.com and use code BSC-box to get yourself 10% off all your orders. Just in time for us to go green here, ladies and gentlemen. And are you ready? Well, let's see what's going to happen for this run to stage number 2. It is the final run of the end, the final stage. Lap 64, 125. Alex Witt goes over the line. Savignano tucks in behind him. Jakowitz there as well. We did end up with 7 people on the lead lap. And as you can see, it's the final run in stage 2. And Alex Witt taking the initiative at the moment. But as he said, Savignano's quick. AJ and Andrew Jamelin can also keep himself up there as well if he can manage traffic. It's going to be a tough one here for these two.
Oh, absolutely. And really right now we've got 2 races going on. We've got the lead race up here, and then we've also got this race back here for the lucky dog, because any cautions that pop up is going to put guys back on the lead lap, which is a huge deal. So we really got 2 races going on. You know, we've got Witt and so. Oh my goodness, Witt. I looked away. I didn't. Did he do that on his own, or did he get a little help?
On his own?
Oh, no, he lost it on his own.
Yeah, it's the bump.
Good job
out.
saving it, though, man. That ain't easy.
Yeah, it's
that's
the bump
a good
coming
save.
off the corner, wasn't it? That thing caused
yeah.
it.
I tell you what, that's a good save. And to only lose 1 spot, that's really strong.
Yeah, definitely. Battles down here further back at the lappers. Jesus, good gaggle of cars.
I know, right?
In there.
Gaggle going on back there.
Yeah, Jeff Reed in there, TJ Brad. The hamsters there as well. Terry W is just going to go past Jeff now. Terry, however, is a lap down. There is Terry there. TJ is up the road. So there we go. Great race in there.
Terry's actually 3 laps down, it looks like.
Yeah, Reed's. There's a lot of people that literally the first lap, 1 lap runner is Mr. Seth Pegg, who's only 1 lap down, but he's kissed the wall more times than I've kissed girls when I was a kid. So, you know, he's hit the wall quite a lot of times, as old Seth, in that 59 machine.
Reminds me of me in elementary school, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Kissing all the girls.
Yeah. Seth can get his own
Never
kiss.
Never seen so much crying in my whole life.
Yeah. He can get his own kissing booth going, can Seth Pegg, and it can have a big old concrete wall alongside it there as well. Josh Keefe in behind him there, you can see at the moment here. So
I mean, that literally is a battle, though. I mean, that is a battle to get back on the lead lap if a caution comes out. Oh, my goodness.
Josh.
Oh, wow. Man.
Lights up underneath him and just literally cuts Pegg's line off straight away. Gives him no choice there.
Oh, man, look at him go. They know how important that spot is, though, man. They're racing for their life right there. They really are.
Yeah. He was lucky to keep his car out of the wall. He definitely was. There was a nasty bump coming out of 1 and 2. And if you pick it up, it was the site of Carl Larson's incidents. He did 2 crashes, Carl Larson, over the weekend, and they were both exactly the same. Exactly the same. Come out of free. He did that with Seth.
He kissed it again.
But then he went all the way to the right and hit the wall. And he literally, for Carl Larson, literally smashed up the front end of his car. That was a nice end. It was definitely there. Keefe and Pegg side by side at the moment as well. They're not leaving each other alone. This is the lucky dog territory at the moment. If there is a caution, Pegg will get it. So,
yeah, at this
Keith!
moment. No. Oh, man, that was so close.
Oh, he held it there.
Oh, Seth's all over the place up there, though, after that little bump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to send Keith up there now.
Yeah, Kimmel's going to go through. Radle's going to go through.
And what's funny is we've seen every one of these cars smash the wall at one point in time or another in this race. All these cars we're looking at right here.
Yeah, I do fully agree. It's been absolutely crazy that Radle's been in the wall, Keith's been in the wall, Kimmel's been in the wall. I don't think there's one driver that hasn't been in the wall, to be blatantly honest.
Oh, yeah, no.
No.
Me. I'm the only one on that sheet that hadn't been in the wall.
This is true. But Kimmel there with Radle in behind. Keith's now separated away from Pegg. That's for the first lap down runner. but there's a nasty bump coming out of 2. So if you have a look when we're coming out here, and you'll see the cars jolt just at the exit of turn 2. So they start coming in, and just there was a nasty up and down bump that if you're not careful will catch you out. And in the sight of a couple of incidents over the weekend in the IRL Cup race, and that is where some of them had their incidents there. But Radel trying to run a different line to Kimmel at the moment.
Well, Peg keep just getting to the wall there. That was, yeah, so your the subway car, that's Kimmel. He made a nice little run there, and then Radel came with him. So they're all kissing the wall, though. It's like one of them hits it, then the next lap, the next one hits it. Oh, there goes.
Both they did. They both hit it
Kimmel.
together. Radel with it as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, man, if you've never driven one of these cars at Darlington at full speed, it is so hard to not have your car slide up and hit that wall.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how hard it is.
Yeah, Radel's going to now, he's got to pick a way. Which way you going to go, son? He's going to go down, high, wide. He's going to go down. No. Kimmel says no. See Kimmel on the outside there.
I think Darlington said, no, you don't have any grip here. Get back.
Yep. He's accelerating mid-corner, which is... Well, he did it well there. He's just kept it out of the wall this time. But he did it last time. He accelerated mid-corner, and it all just went wrong.
He's going to push up here. He's going to push up.
Trenton
There he goes.
Hamill. Trenton Hamill Kimmel. Who is Hamill? Oh, that was an early lift. He's going to try and get the pull down.
Yeah, he stayed
by
on
the sounds of it.
He stayed. They shouldn't be shifting here.
Yeah, you will.
Really?
There, watch. So watch the dashboard on the left-hand side. They're in 4th. He goes up into 5th, goes into corner entry. He didn't bring it down that time. I am surprised.
Yeah, leave that on for a minute. I want to see that if they're shifting here. That's interesting.
There
he
you go.
is. Look at that.
Yep. He's got to for turn 3 and 4. Too
I
narrow
guess so.
to take it in 5th. You take it in 5th, you'll be coming out like a car in top gear trying to go 30 mile an hour. It'll be like, and you're not going to gain anything. That's the thing. He's got to bring it down. He has to for turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, I guess it is. It's so narrow that such a tighter corner.
Yeah, he brings it down into 4.
Yeah, he is. Sure is. Wow. I wonder if they're all doing that. Let's take a look inside of, let's go look at somebody else.
This is Noel Jackowitz.
I'd really be curious if Witt and Saviano are doing it. I'm sure they are, though, if they're the fast guys.
Let's have a look. Saviano's out in front.
So
We'll stay on board for a lap.
Yep.
He's not going to do it here because it's wide enough. It'd be if he does it into 3 and 4.
Yeah. But yeah, they were doing it in 3 and 4, so yeah, it would be here where he's going to do it if he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not.
But listen to the car on the exit. It takes a while. Let's see what Savignano does.
Ooh, God, he's sitting it right there, man. How's that going to stay off the wall? Oh, my gosh, that's scary. Golly.
See what Savignano does going into 3 and 4 now.
He's flying, man.
There he goes, down into 4.
He's shifted.
Yeah.
He's shifted, yeah.
But his exit is a lot better. You can hear the difference.
Yeah,
in
would
it
you see his
what's
top speed?
Yeah, it's a lot more than Witt. Witt's very, very.
Yeah, you watch him going into. Well, we just missed it actually. No, he's okay. He's shifting here, but he also bumped the wall.
But let's have a listen going into turn 3 and 4. Listen to the way Witt comes out, and then we'll do a lap with Savignano in 3 and 4. So he drops all the way down. And then the car takes a while to get there.
So yeah, he's coming off at like 139, and then
So now have a listen to what Savignano does in 3 and 4. If he continues with the downshift, of course, this is where he causes a liar now, and he doesn't downshift.
right.
But
right.
if he goes and downshifts into 3 and 4, you'll listen to how he comes off. There we go, he's down now.
Yep.
It allows him to get the power on early. It's a lot more instant, and he's coming out 143.44.
So leave it on there and see what his top speed is going into this corner up here.
So I'll give you 172.
Yeah, probably 172. Earlier, I saw him go in at a 178. Yeah, he caught the wall there. But
Well, let's have a listen. He's coming out of turn 3 and 4 now. He drops down again. Very sluggish coming out.
very.
Yeah, very sluggish coming out. He even got done by Brandon McLaughlin. So we said about 172.73.
A couple miles an hour slower.
70. Yeah.
So what he's clearly doing there is he's probably saving fuel.
No.
He's not shifting to save fuel. I guess he's probably satisfied with his pace and is trying to play the fuel game a little bit, would be my guess. If we ever get a chance to talk to him on another caution or something, we could ask him about that. But that's my guess, is because clearly these guys know what the other guys are doing. They talk in Discord all the time, So my guess is if he's intentionally doing that, there's a reason, and the only reason that I could think of is either he doesn't want the car that wound up because it wants to pull up to the wall harder, or he's trying to save fuel.
But there would be no need to save fuel because he's still got...
Well, you don't know that. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Ow, TJ.
Well, he hit it hard.
Oh, bro, he proper smacked it.
Oh, yeah, he's down. He's going...
He's missed pit lane.
He hit it hard. I'm surprised that his wheel is not jacked up. It's not, though. But he's clearly, that car's damaged. He's obviously off the pace and going to pit.
The reason I say there'd be no need to save fuel because he has to pit again, regardless. They're not going to make the end.
If it's a green flag pit stop, though, he could save some time, maybe. Or maybe he could ride it out for an extra lap or two and maybe catch that caution that somebody else didn't catch. I don't know.
I would specifically say that would be a complete and utter waste of time. But that's just me. That's just me. It would be a complete and utter waste of time for Alex Witt to be saving fuel. He needs to stay as close to Savignano as possible. You can't.
He's within a half second.
Yeah, but he's got to go in again anyway.
Shifting.
Regardless, he's got to go in again. He's got to go in within 7 laps. He's got to go 97 to get to the 125. So he's got to go in. So the point, the saving fuel would just...
I get it.
Would be like, me trying to get money out of the wife. Be pointless asking. I might as well just chuck on my wallet.
It's like trying to get candy from the kids.
Yeah, there's just no point of it. They ain't going to show nothing.
Knowing you, it's a little more like your kids trying to get chocolate out of you.
Oh, don't. Me and chocolate are big friends at the moment. I feel like I'm having a bit of a menopausal midlife crisis, the amount of chocolate I've been eating over the last few days. I'll tell you that much. Cody Kern with Andrew Jamelin. Jamelin here behind last season's champion Noel Jakowitz, hence the #1 on his car. Noel's had somewhat of an ishy start to the season, but he's still currently sat in 3rd in the championship at the moment. Jamelin in 4th. Dan Michel's still leading somehow, even with a 50-point penalty he's got coming his way. Alex Witt, Noel Jakowitz, Andrew Jamelin, David Trogdon and Cody Kern. Hey, I made the standings. Woo, I got 20. I did. I got 23 points. Check me out.
Well, yeah, you knocked about that many cars off the track.
Hey, I did not. 5 cautions I was responsible for.
Folks, go back and watch the race yourself, and you decide. Talk to the guys that were in the race.
I did. I blamed one of them for wrecking me on purpose.
You sent me a message about my bad commentary.
That's not what I said. Right.
Okay,
no,
you said that my crank it up was too loud. That's what you actually said.
Your crank it up was blinking very loud. I've got to be honest on that one. Right, we're going to start getting pit lane stops here. Green flag stops going to be happening very, very shortly.
Very soon.
You're going to get them within the next couple of laps here. It's going to be that 60. Nice run, 25 run to the end. No point you working it out. I can tell you where they're at. They're at 31 laps.
32, yeah.
So it's going to be very, very shortly for everybody in the top 10.
So you see that Jamelin's car there? He's running that Ford EcoBoost. That's a throwback livery he designed himself this week. I saw he posted that in the Discord. And you know, guys, that's what if you're not a member of this league and you know you just happen to be watching this, go join one of these leagues, man. This is what it's all about. That racing officials on iRacing is lame. You join one of these leagues, it's friendship, good times. You get to know these guys. You have a good time racing with them. That's what league racing is all about. You get broadcast. You get to be on YouTube.
You get to be on TV forever. Woohoo!
Occasionally, James comes in and wrecks you. It's a great deal.
Hey, what more could you ask for? Alex Witt, 7 yard. I love in-booth fighting. We're not fighting.
No,
I'm just telling him what the truth is, and he doesn't agree with me, and he's wrong. That's all that matters.
Right.
So there we go. Savignano and Witt both dive into pit lane.
Now.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, golly!
Savignano took the tighter line. Witt took the high line in, and now it's a race on pit lane between Savignano and Witt here. They're all diving in. Everybody's diving in. Keith's already got in on lap 92. He's got in 3 laps early. This is going to be a race for pit lane. Anthony Savignano, is he broken?
He looks like it. No, not Savignano. He did kind of spin the back tires there, didn't he? Or the back end slid around on him. He can't be broken, though. Nah, he's all right. He was leading the race.
Dude, he did not look good. I think this is going to be Alex Witt out of pit lane. Unless Savignano's only going to take 2. Nope, he takes 4. Witt's going to come out. Race for pit lane. Alex Witt is going to grab it.
Yep, and then it looks like Noel is going to come out second, maybe.
Depends where Savignano comes out. I think no, Jakowitz is still going to be third there as well.
Okay.
So now we're going to hold the run to the end. This is going to be it. It's going to be a 29 lap run straight to the end here. If my maths are right, 96, 100, 616, yeah, 125. Okay, cool. I can do maths. So it's going to be a straight run to the end now. So it will be who is in a better position. And at the moment, Savignano has lost time to this man. So Anthony Savignano has lost a good bit of time. Yeah, big chunk of time.
Somebody just smacked the wall back there hard.
So we'll see what happens.
97 3.5 seconds, man, is huge. I wonder if he is broken. I mean, I saw what you saw. I just didn't think that was really possible, but something was weird. Now they're both up to speed, and let's see if the gap grows. Oh, look at Witt's driving it sideways. He's drifting it.
Yeah, Alex Witt. Savignano 3.5 seconds back.
Yeah, the gap's not getting any bigger, so.
Not at the
he's
moment.
Not up on that high line either.
He's not looking comfortable.
No, it doesn't.
It does not look comfortable. He's not going in.
Yes, well, there you go.
Same kind of determination, unless it takes a little bit of a while for them to be able to
sling it off in there.
Warm the tires up, I think is the word I'm probably trying to look for.
Oh, definitely 2 to 3 laps before those tires get, at least.
Armand, I can tell you what the answer is to that, mate, and it ain't going to be a good answer. You know what I mean? You caused just as many at Martinsville as I did, buddy. You know what I mean? In fact, you had more
incidents. Is he the one that had more incident points than you?
That's the boss man had more incident points than me.
Yeah. Well, I knew he's the boss man.
I heard him on the broadcast saying about how, is there a car that James hasn't wrecked yet? I heard all that because I watched the broadcast back, and he had more blinking incidents than I did. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's what I said. I only officially caused 5. And
Yes, caused, but you were involved in like 15
I
of the
was
20
not
cautions.
involved in 15. Peck's just running the wall. He's just trying to get Darlington written down his car at the moment.
He's trying to give him a free paint. Oh, apparently that one was a big one.
There it was. He thumped it.
Oh, he's parking it.
Seth Peck's giving it up, giving the ghost. He's gone into pit lane. Okay, I quit. I will sell the league to the highest bidder. Give me 20 quid for it. Oh, there we go. Alex Witt's
So
as
as a dumb American, what is a quid? Is that a pound?
yeah, £1.
Okay, all right.
Don't worry, you're not the first of, as you put it, dumb American I've had to explain this to. So yeah,
Right.
it's a
I mean, I
pound.
thought that's what it was. I thought that y'all had multiple words. And what's the other one you use for another denomination? It's a
Pence.
quid and a what?
A pence. So you
Yeah,
got
pence. Yeah, pence.
So you got like
That's
20,
a coin, right?
Yeah. Oh, Radel. Savignano.
Oh, golly.
He didn't touch him.
No?
No, he didn't hit him. Radel was already going on his own before Savignano even got there. So, yeah.
Savignano's lucky he didn't get that was close to getting taken out.
Yeah. Alex Witt's still out in front. It's all kind of settling down a little bit there. AJ Wiggs
all right.
and Noel Jakowitz might be one of the closest that might change, but at the moment, everybody's settling down. We've only had one caution, and I say forced caution because the other one was a stage.
Yeah.
So Armor Brusso put in 22.
Look, nobody thought 2 cautions. Come on.
No. But then again, I didn't think 22 either. So,
No, I didn't think it was going to be 22, but
no.
if I had to guess, I would have been a lot closer to 22 than I am to 2.
No,
I would have said around. I was going to say 10 to 12 is what I was going to guess.
Yeah, but you've got to understand. I think with Darlington, one of the things is if they were, I'm not going to say pack racing, but if they were a lot closer,
Yes.
then I would sit back and say, okay, cool, we're looking at a lot more. But where they're spread out round the circuit, you can see the track map, they're all quite far away from each other in conjunction. The gaps on the left-hand side, you see we've got 7 cars on the lead lap. Kimmel's holding on to that lead lap by the skin of his absolute teeth because Alex Witt is chasing him down here. So, you know, where they're all spread out, I think it's all now, if it's a mistake, it's all going to be solo. And that way we're not going to get the caution on the solo run. So,
which is why they say cautions breed cautions, because you put all the cars back together and then they end up causing another one, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing. And I don't think that's going to happen here.
I mean, it certainly, I mean, even if, if we had 1 or 2 here before the end of the race or something, it certainly wouldn't sour this race by any means. This has been fantastic. I would have never expected this. Good. I mean, clean running. The guys are bouncing off the wall, but that's Darlington, man. That's what's supposed to happen.
Yep. Let's see, Andrew Jamie Lynette is just going to go up the inside
Look at
of
him
Sizemore.
flying. Golly. That's a good looking livery. I like that throwback livery he designed.
What, the EcoBoost?
Yeah, the old EcoBoost livery. I like it.
It does look good. It definitely does look good. I'm surprised more didn't come out in sort of some form of throwback. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was the throwback weekend. This track is slicker than the greased owl stuff. Okay, man.
Yes, that's true.
It is true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, bud. I'll give you that. But that's why I didn't come out this week, Terry. I didn't want to, put you all to shame and embarrass you.
I could only imagine what this would have been like.
I think it would have been too bad, to be fair.
You've won at Martinsville before.
Yeah, but I was not taken out on purpose at Martinsville, was I? I'm put in the wall. So, at the end of the day, I was not put in the wall. I was not smashed up on purpose.
Retaliation.
Yeah, exactly. I was given a receipt.
You were.
Yeah.
But you have to earn that receipt first.
Exactly, and I did a daggone good job doing that.
You did.
So there we go. I'd like to point out I earned a very good one. So there we go. So yeah, and then finish 3 laps down.
Second Darlington is their throwback night. All right.
Oh, okay, mate. Fair play to you then.
Yeah, you. Well, off the subject briefly. Do you ever race the 87s yourself?
No.
The throwback. Those things are tough to drive. Take one of them around Darlington.
Yeah. The trucks are at Bristol next week.
Talk about the owl stuff. The owl stuff is. Were you going to race with them next week at Bristol?
No, not these. I was saying about the trucks. The trucks are in officials. I think they're at Bristol next week. So
if you want to come race with them next week, I'll broadcast again. I'd love to see you run around Bristol with these guys.
I don't actually mind Bristol.
No, it's great track.
The short tracks are a lot better. Obviously, for me, I would like the fact if nobody would take me out, so that would be good. I did say I was going to get my elbows out and bump. I told Brusso to set.
Oh, your elbows were out.
Yeah, I told Brusso to set the X limit to 99 because I can't move people up on the track if I've only got 40 in X. So I definitely.
It's only a drive-through penalty. It's no big deal.
It's Martinsville, mate. It's a big deal on a drive-through.
It doesn't matter. You can still come back out and keep pushing people around.
Well, I did, quite happily. So there we go. And then one of them got retaliation, put me up in the wall. So here we go. But Andrew Jamelin is closing down on Jakowitz.
So, he could have hit in the wall. Somebody caught it back there. I don't know who that was.
Another downshift.
Yeah. I've actually never raced the next gen car at Darlington. I've done the trucks and Xfinity, but I've never raced the next gen here. I wonder if it's the same for the trucks and Xfinity, because I don't recall shifting here, but maybe that's why I'm not fast.
Yeah. Jamelin's even shifting going into 1 and 2 now. They're trying to get that car. They're trying to get the car and the tyres to the end. As he's shifting in 1 and 2. He's also going to shift in 3 and 4. Straight down he goes. Wonder if Jakowitz is doing the same thing here.
Be interesting.
He's coming out in 4th already.
Yep.
It's not even touching 5th.
So he's just staying in 4th. That's interesting. Let's see if he does off this corner as well. Wow. Yeah, he's straight up.
Oh, no, he did just shift at the end.
Oh, he did. Okay.
And then back down again.
So this has got to be a fixed setup race, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, because you would adjust your gears if, so that you wouldn't be in that situation right there.
Yeah.
So, Saviano and Witt, I mean, that's staying about 2 seconds now with, we got 9 laps to go. It's about time Saviano got up on the horse and rode. It's time.
2.2. I don't think he's going to be able to get enough here. More worried whether or not Jakowitz is going to hold on to that 3rd place. I don't think he's going to.
It's close. I mean, those two, that's definitely the closest battle on the track right now for sure.
107. We've dropped 4 degrees, but we have come down a little bit in time as well.
Yeah, 107 is still pretty slick at Darlington.
Oh, bro, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's still hot.
This track could be 85 at Darlington. It'd be slick.
Yeah. But Darlington is just that kind of thing, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yep, that's what it is.
It's one of them circuits.
That's the beauty of Darlington, though. And, people that hate it, they don't appreciate. To me, that's the, this is the lady in black, man. It's, you come here and that's the kind of racing you're going to get. And you just got to survive it. Yep. And that's really what it is. It's surviving. Yeah.
Darlington is that I think any track like that is a survival thing, isn't it?
Sure, absolutely, yeah. And they all have their little characteristics, just like Martinsville and Richmond, North Wilkesboro. All those old tracks have Atlanta, Michigan, big slip, sliding, big tracks. Even, I mean, they all have their little character things, and that's what makes them great.
I do agree. I do definitely agree with you there.
Big! Somebody big into the wall. I caught a glimpse of that out of the corner of my eye there.
By the looks of it.
By the way, that is a fantastic looking paint scheme. I know the guy that probably designed that. Oh, man. And he was already off the pace. Oh, he did a good job of getting out of the way there.
Comes out pit lane, slams the throttle down, and unfortunately doesn't go anywhere as we're going in 5 to go here. And Alex Witt.
Oh, nah, he's opened it up.
Man,
he's got a 3.5 second lead.
Yeah, he has absolutely dominated this. You can see.
After that last pit stop it sure has been a different race after that last pit stop.
He's led for 80 out of the 125, mate. That just about says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it was a race up till that last pit stop, and you called it when you saw Saviano's car looked a little off on pit road, and you said something about it. I would love to hear when we talk to him after the race if something was askew there, because it just seemed like he was a different guy after that pit stop. It just was never the same.
Yep. No, I agree. He did look a little bit off after that.
Yeah, just never. You know, you spotted that, and I didn't think much of it at the time, but it wasn't a race after that. He couldn't catch him. And before, they had gaps of 3 seconds before, and they made them up and were racing each other back and forth. And yeah, I don't know, but great job by Alex Witt. I don't know if I don't know. He certainly dominated this last stage with these tires and everything. This has been impressive. Very impressive.
2 to go for Alex Witt. Coming out of the last couple of corners. There's a couple of back markers in the way. Oh, my God, Armand.
Yes, I know, right?
Oh, Armand, it was the same circuit as well, wasn't it?
Oh, golly. It just looked like he was going to turn back up the track right there.
Oh, this was the final lap. Last season, season before, Alex Witt was going down the backstretch on the final lap in the lead, and he went to go past the back marker, and he put him, well, both of them, let's just put it this way, ended up in the wall on the final lap of the race, just about there.
Oh.
So for Alex Witt, final lap is out.
Right, he didn't want to be near anyone.
No, dude, he is probably having flashbacks.
I would imagine he was, especially the way that car was.
Alex Witt takes the win at Darlington. Anthony Savignano grabs hold of second. In third, it is going to be Jakowitz. He is going to get run to the line, though, by Jamelin. AJ's just can't get there, I don't think. No, Jakowitz comes over the line. AJ grabs the next one. And then Cody Kern in behind that as well. I'm sure it was. I'm going to talk to him in the interview. I'm definitely going to ask him about that, because I'm sure it was Darlington who got put in the wall.
You're going to trigger his PTSD, man.
Bro, I'm sure it was, though. That's the problem. I'm pretty goddamn sure it was Darlington he got put in the wall on the final lap. It was Darlington, yeah. Armand's just confirmed for me. Thank you, mate. So here we go. Let's bring you up the results. Alex Witt is your winner. Anthony Savignano in second, Noel Jakowitz there as well in third. AJ in fourth, Cody Kern fifth with Channing Kimmel, Anthony Radel, Josh Keefe, Rob Sizemore and Brandon McLaughlin. Then we got Jeff Reed, TJ Spano down in 12th, Seth Pegg, Brad Young, Terry W., Joshua Kuhn, Tom Kuhn and Calvin Ross out early on in that one. And then behind that is David Trogdon, of course, was behind that one. So, yeah, lots taking shape at this moment in time, and a great end to that race. We're going to go and hopefully get hold of some of your winners, and one of them will be Mr. Alex Witt when he jumps up, of course, and comes and has a chat with me, and we will bring him up into the booth here. Let's just kick him up. I want you. Where is Mr. Savignano? There we go. Noel's in there as well. Let's have a chat with Noel, actually. Your third place man. We'll go 3, 2, 1, and we'll bring Mr. Noel Jakowitz into the booth. Noel, welcome in, bud.
Hello. How are we doing today?
I'm doing very well, mate. How are you?
Pretty good. I think aside from last week, which I didn't get a third. I'm on a streak of thirds, but Seth got it. Happy to see it. But hey, we're back. Third place. We'll take him.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, dude, as we said before, you don't have to win the championship in the first part. You just got to try and be there towards the end, and you're definitely doing that. as well. How tough was it out there, mate?
Oh man, I mean, Darlington's always pretty tough. It's on the tire wear. It's managing your throttle, getting through the corners. Just managing. For me, it was a lot of gap management and tire management. Fuel actually came in there. We had a really long green run in stage 2, so we weren't sure if we could make it on one stop. And so we saved a little bit on that first fuel stint, just enough to get there. I think I ended with like half a lap of fuel there. So long green run, really cool. Tires, I mean, Jesus, I threw an extra set in there for everyone, just to give people options. But we had, I think the whole stage 2 is green, right?
Yeah, near enough. Yeah, it was.
Thank God for that, as opposed to last week. I'm sure it was a little more fun watching, but
well,
yeah.
You didn't have James in the race this week.
What do you know? Look at that.
Hold on. Whoa. I'd also like to point out you didn't have Armand Brusso.
Okay. Between the two of you and the incident points that occurred. But by the way, I just want to ask Noel, did you get wrecked by James last week, or were you involved in an incident with him?
I don't think I punted Trenton by accident, but I don't.
Okay, so you're the one that wasn't involved with him. Okay, all right. I knew there was one.
He punted Trenton into me. See, there you go.
Oh, nice. So see,
yeah, see,
right,
so it wasn't just me.
Again.
Yeah,
I'll go back and look. I don't know.
It wasn't just me anyway. Noel, listen, dude, it's been a pleasure. You're off to Bristol next week, mate. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, Breakfast Club on the podium again. A lot of fun. Shout out to AJ. I mean, him and I keep having these really close battles. That whole second stage, it was just managing gaps. 10th for him, 10th for me, back and forth. And it's a lot of fun. And to everyone that came out tonight, I mean, one incident caution, I think that's awesome. So we look forward to keeping it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thanks for you guys.
No worries, mate. It's been a pleasure. Catch you later, Noel.
Yes, sir. See you guys next week.
Well, there you go. Let's bring Mr. Alex Witt in here as well. If I'm not mistaken, this is a complete triple crown. I don't think he got the fastest lap, but he got pole, he got stage 1, and he's taken the win as well. What more could he ask for? Well, let's ask him. Alex, welcome in, bud.
How you doing?
Mate, I'm all right. Pole, stage 1, victory. What more do you need?
Yeah, no, that was almost perfect. I definitely expected it to be a lot closer at the end, but I did figure something out midway through, switching from downshifting 4th to just staying in 5th, and the car was way more drivable for me.
See?
So you did that on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a lot of people downshifting in turn 3 and 4 down into 4th. In fact, most of the field were.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a happy accident because I was noticing with my fuel numbers that I wouldn't have been able to make it on one stop in that last run unless I started saving fuel. And I was like, well, might as well just stay in 5th. And then the car hooked up way better in 3 and 4 after that.
Okay, mate. Well, it was there as well. It was great racing. You come out. It was really weird, actually, because you went in pit lane together and then you were side by side, and then Anthony, for some reason, was sliding around and he seemed to lose time on you. You won the race on pit lane by a good couple of seconds. Did you think then that you were safe? Did you think, that he was going to catch you?
Not. Because he had really good short run pace, and I was worried just because I hadn't really seen what would happen on a log run switching my strategy around. So I was curious because, he could always put up like 1, even 2 seconds on me in the short run. So I knew that he definitely had the speed to catch me. I just had to just keep it smooth and not run into the wall not too much.
You were approaching Rod Sizemore on the final lap there, Alex. Did we have flashbacks?
Maybe a little bit, but I was less worried this time just because I obviously experienced that issue and knowing that, if I had a gap behind, I could just sit there. So I wasn't too worried about catching anyone in front of me at that point.
Was it on your mind though? Because it was on mine. Because
it was a little bit. I definitely thought about it, and I looked at the relative and I saw I had like a 3-second gap, and I was like, I can kind of just hang out here, I think.
Yeah, because I sat here and I was like, oh my God, it was Darlington at that very moment. He got taken out on the final lap last time as well. So it was definitely on my mind, mate. Well, listen, dude, well done for getting to the end anyway. We didn't have any last lap dramas for you, so that's absolutely quality. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to Breakfast Club as always. Noel, fast as well. Did a good showing.
Yeah, he's got his spell of third places coming back to him as well, bless him. So we'll hopefully try and get him up all on one more. Alex, take care, buddy. We'll see you next week at Bristol.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Alex. See, it was on his mind whether or not that was going to happen again.
It was. Yeah. No, you were right. 100%.
I know. All these I'm rights this evening, Jim. I'm feeling like I'm Mystic Meg. I feel like I need to give you the lottery numbers or something.
No, you can, you just have to give me credit for figuring out that he was not shifting to save fuel, and it turns out his car ran better that way anyway.
Okay, I'll give you credit for working that one out. Do you feel better now?
I do, yes. Thank you.
Good.
I want to be right at least once. Well, I've been right all night. Every time I was talking about all these incidents that you were involved in.
I still think you're lying on all of them. There we go. Right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. We don't need to hear about any more than me at Martinsville. We're all done now. Listen up, guys. So don't forget, join us next week for Bristol. And also, at the same time, Downforce Gaming is going to come out at Bristol and show us his skills here as well, if he has joined the Discord. But I've been JP. I've been alongside Jim Cunningham. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on a track sometime. Good night.